Internet Governance Geneva Hub, June 2016. Topic: the cybercrime law in Egypt. On last May 2016, the Egyptian parliament started working on a new project. A draft bill related to cybercriminality, submitted by Prime Minister Tamer Shihawi, in which he states new sanctions to a number of illegal crimes and practices on the internet. Shihawi's suggestion came as a reaction against what he called chaotic and individual violations on the internet. He justified his proposition by the fact that this law aims to protect national security, insisting that the constant threats to Egypt's national security are mostly and more importantly occurring on the cyberspace and through modern technology. He then highlighted the obligation of the state to take strict measures to counter these threats in order to protect what he called oblivious citizens. Different points have been highlighted in this version of the text, excluding the criminalization of electronic acts such as electronic fraud, creating websites to encourage terrorism, or the transfer of information. This new legal text provides penalties such as blocking websites or cancellation of their licenses by court orders. But most importantly, the penalties that go from imprisonment for several months to life imprisonment or death penalty. The bill mandates a life sentence of 25 years for anyone, I quote, who creates or uses a website with the aiming to establish a terrorist entity, promote its ideology, exchange its assignment or funds, or provides money or explosives to the benefits of such entities. But there is no clear definition of what is a terrorist entity. The law also stipulates 3 years imprisonment or a fine of 2 billion Egyptian pounds, it's about $225,000, for any service provider that fails to comply with the criminal court decision to block certain websites or links. The sentence goes from life imprisonment to death sentence, with a fine not exceeding 2 million Egyptian pounds. It is $2.25 million. It is important to say that this aims, as the Prime Minister Shihawi said, to society safeguarding in case of violation or threat to public order, obstruction, hindrance, or effort of authorities to damage the national entity or social stability. From activist perspective, Shihawi's proposition was strongly criticized by several human rights organizations, which considered the bill a new instrument by which the government is trying to crack down on dissenters, expressing their views on social media outlets after these websites fueled the January 25th revolution and facilitated its success. For instance, the Democratic Current Alliance fears that the law aims to restrict freedoms. It is high potential for abuse and imposes excessive sentence against violators. They have jointly called on political leaders to reject the cybercrime bill that proposes 3 penalties online crimes. The Association of Freedom of Thought and Expression, AFTE, the Egyptian Initiative for Personal Rights and Support of Information Technology Center, said the bill would affect the rights and freedoms of all internet users in Egypt. They published a report on the bill titled Antagonizing Technology. In their report, they stipulate that the draft of law consists of most partial articles that are poorly worded and vague. The right group said that in their statement, it would also hurt the country's economic, social, and political robustness. For instance, they describe Article 11 to 13 in the bill as the most dangerous, imposing extremely hard penalties, including rigorous prison sentence and high fines for anyone convicted of committing public order crimes online. Article 12, 13, and 26 stipulate possible prison terms for information technology system managers, where IT officials can be jailed if a successful cyber attack is carried out on the computer systems that are managing. These articles make a job of the information system management which is present in very modern economic, services and government institutions, a crime by law. Rabi Raouf is one of the co-founders of Mushtarak, a tech space running workshops on digital security. Says that the government intends to develop a special law for cyber crimes from their point of view, because the current law don't fit all the crimes and the current legal definition doesn't include the new advanced technology of communication, and they need a special set of laws to justify surveillance which doesn't exist. The new bill is one step in that direction, but not the first. Raouf says that the 6-month timeline represents a huge shift from the government's previous approach, conducting mass surveillance while denying that surveillance is taking place, and one meant to construct a publicly announced framework. On May 15, Professor and head of the Cairo Center for Political and Legal Studies, Ahmed Mahran, told the press that the cybercrime law contains many of the same clauses found in the counterterrorism law. Such clauses will lead to further restrictions on rights and freedoms. But according to digital economy advocates and researchers, there is more to the bill than fighting terrorism or restricting online freedoms. In Egypt, social media outlets such as Facebook and Twitter have not only served as platform for expression, but also helped further campaigns and real support for urgent social causes, while local and traditional media outlets have came up short. That's the end of the web. Thank you.